Fight fans across the world are curious. Everyone was expecting a good fight to take place between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. However, it seems like there won't be one anymore. Mike Tyson has declared he will not fight Jake Paul, and the entire world wants to know why. So why did Iron Mike say this? Let's take a look at the situation as Mike Tyson reveals why he won't fight Jake Paul. Before everyone leaps to conclusions, it's vital to remember that Mike Tyson isn't scared of Jake Paul. After all, he's Iron Mike, and he's always been a champion. Jake Paul, however, is a relative newcomer to the sport of boxing. Not that Jake isn't a capable boxer, but the bout was already more important to Jake compared to how important it would have been to Mike. Jake isn't like his older brother Logan, since he has had a long and successful career as a boxer. He's won all 5 of his matches so far, with 4 of them being knockouts. When Jake faced Tyron Woodley in a rematch, the only bout that wasn't a knockout, it was altered, and Jake finally managed to perfect his knockout record once again. There are a variety of reasons why this reached the stage of saturation, but that's a topic for another time. Mike Tyson as well as Jake Paul have been said to be exploring the prospect of a fight up until now. Jake Paul has continued in his brother's footsteps and regularly challenged Mike Tyson to a fight, which is odd given that both Paul brothers publicly profess him to be their boyhood hero.
I'd love to fight Mike Tyson because it's a legacy thing and I think I beat him, I really do, and a lot of people laugh, but like, I'd fucking beat him. He's just too old. But at the same time, if I beat Mike Tyson, you know, a living legend, the narrative is you beat up an old man, and I have to beat up one of my heroes, that kind of sucks.
Mike Tyson has retaliated in kind at first. In reality, as much as a champion's compliment is valuable, the champion's expression of gratitude is far more valuable. Mike Tyson had always praised both the Paul brothers when they first entered the ring. He complimented them for refocusing the world's attention on the sport, which was critical at the time because the UFC was growing popularity and pushing traditional boxing aside. Jake Paul, on the other hand, may have been overconfident as a result of Iron Mike's compliments. Jake Paul not only challenged Mike Tyson, but he also reacted angrily when Mike informed him of how Conor McGregor really wasn't frightened of him after Jake called him out. Mike was assured by Jake that McGregor didn't have to be terrified to get beaten up by him. Mike was stunned into silence when he heard this.
You know, Conor's not afraid of you, right?
I don't give a shit if he's afraid of me. You don't have to be afraid of someone to get your ass beat.
Jake Paul boasted that he can still beat up or even knock out Mike Tyson, stating how he had taken out everyone who walked into the box against him.
To show your talent.
Who knows? You know, there's not many boxers out there that it makes sense for me to fight. But the one I did go to try to fight, you know, Tommy Fury, right. He got injured. You know, who knows if that's real or not. But I think a lot more people are going to be put on notice because I have knockout power regardless of what anybody says, and you have to have a chin to come and see me. But MMA...
This set the gentle giant over the edge. Perhaps this is what pushed things too far. Mike Tyson then issued a series of reminders for Jake, even chuckling at the prospect of Jake facing him and wiping him out. Mike went on to say that Jake had a lot of guts to make such bold assertions and that Jake could never hope to beat Mike. He also uploaded films showcasing his intense workout routines, the majority of which are excellent instances as to how Iron Mike successfully stayed in condition. Mike utilized his films to send a quiet but lethal message. He's still powerful and capable, which was undoubtedly a strong revelation for Jake. This would demonstrate to everyone that he isn't still someone to be trifled with. Following Mike's acknowledgement and favorable response, it seemed nearly certain that the two would fight at some point. According to certain reports, Mike and Jake's camps were working on negotiating a payout for each combatant. This is most likely due to Mike's jest that a fight with Jake would be fantastic payday as provided his purse topped $100 million. Unfortunately, the rumors have been debunked. Mike Tyson has stated that he will never be facing Jake Paul due to a number of factors. To begin, Tyson's staff stated that he leads a highly hectic lifestyle, particularly since his marijuana company began to thrive in 2016. As a result, the former champion is virtually constantly busy and requires a high level of involvement in all aspects of his company. As a result, he can't risk any serious setbacks that may result from devoting his time to preparing for a possible bout with Jake Paul. This is comprehensible given Tyson's dedication to his firm, which is merited given his previous financial difficulties. As he recovers from bankruptcy, this venture is a sign of good things to come for the retiring champion. It brings him enough money to live the superstar lifestyle. In order for him to give it up, he needs to be adequately paid. On the other hand, there were further allegations regarding how the payout was only half of the $100 million that Tyson reportedly stated as his basic minimum if he wants to fight. That's insufficient motivation for Tyson to sacrifice valuable time just because of a boxing match. Even more so, it's possible that Jake Paul would profit from the bout more than Tyson. People close to Tyson have stated that he has no interest in participating in a match that would just help advance Jake Paul's boxing career and give the young ambitious boxer more exposure. It would be a one-time affair for Tyson, who is already over the age of retirement in the sport. Thus, it would be an unfair bargain for Iron Mike to devote his time, energy, and devotion to preparing for a battle that would solely help Jake's growing career and gain him recognition in the boxing world. As a result, this must not be mistaken with Mike's lack of talent or physical strength. Officials on Mike's team made it apparent that he was not stepping back owing to age-related constraints, nor did he have any deteriorating capabilities as far as boxing is concerned. Despite the large age gap, he is convinced that he can not only take on Jake Paul, but rather destroy him. As a result, Mike appears to be refusing to allow Jake Paul to bully him into a fight, preferring to let the wannabe boxer discover his own way. As a result, it appears that we should abandon all aspirations for a bout between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. But when you think about it, Mike Tyson's motivations are quite comprehensible. Perhaps it's past time for Jake Paul to target someone of his own size. His abilities are unquestionable, as seen by his 5 victories, but he should start fighting serious opponents rather than non-boxers or retirees. Jake has a long way to go, and Mike Tyson may have just rejected a shortcut to fame for Jake that he so desperately desires. It's time for Jake to show his mettle by fighting professional boxers, perhaps some of the same ones that mock him so frequently. After all, Jake's real problem is with the larger pool of boxers out there. If he wants to prove his worth, it might be better for him to actually offer Tommy Fury a rematch, or maybe Jake could even go up against others like Canelo Alvarez. After all, Jake has also claimed that he wishes to take on Alvarez and prove to everyone who the better fighter is. If that's truly the case, then Jake ought to stop chasing after retired legends like Mike. Mike might possess the necessary skill set to still beat Jake, but in offering Jake a fight, Mike will essentially pave a way for Jake to bypass all the conventional challenges that a boxer faces in a normal career. If this were to happen, the ultimate winner would be Jake, even if Mike manages to beat him in the bout. If you look at Logan Paul's fight with Floyd Mayweather, you see a clear reason why Jake wanted this fight. Although the fight between Mayweather and Logan was a tie, fans claim that Mayweather was the winner if you consider normal boxing rules. But despite that, the fight benefited Logan, who not only got the biggest paycheck of his career so far, but managed to make his name known in mainstream boxing. Mayweather was not even in the same weight category as Logan, but simply allowing Logan a chance to face him in the ring did wonders for the entrant. The same would happen for Jake if Tyson offers him the fight, and that is perhaps something that Tyson is very well aware of. So this isn't to say that a fight between the two would not be worth watching. In fact, it would be a real treat, but Mike understands the true consequences behind such a fight, and is simply not willing to go out of his way to aid Jake in his ultimate scheme. That was all the time we had today, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and do hit the bell icon on your way out. See you soon in the next video.